Now use a lot of computer-related algorithms to help you navigate the market?
Yes, algorithms are what we call them today. Equations is what we used to call them. And so you would write that down, and what I learned is by being clear, then I could tell how that decision would have worked in the past in all different environments. So it gave me a lot of perspective on making that decision. I could test it through the Great Depression and so on. And then I could find that if I use that same algorithm, I could take data from and have the computer make decisions in parallel with me. And so, this is what I recommend for everybody. I recommend they write down their principles and then realize that almost any of those principles can then be converted into algorithms. And so the computer was making decisions in parallel with me making decisions. That type of partnership between me and the computer, and also expressing the algorithms, was invaluable, not only in the quality of the decision making, but also the quality of the relationships that I had with the people I worked with. Knowing how to diversify well is more important than almost anything. People don't understand this.
Is that an evergreen principle, you think?
Yes, that's an evergreen principle. And the reason I'm saying that, the way it is, it's almost like a casino making its money. Okay. The way that you do it is you get an edge. So now when you have to make a bet, I've got to bet against the whole world. The world has view on something is reflected in the price. So when I think something is attractive or unattractive, that means I have to bet against the whole world and whether that's right or not. That's difficult. I get it right, more often than I get it wrong, but I'm going to get it wrong sometimes. And so when you can take a lot of different bets, what you can do is, like the casino, you'll get your average that your bet would be, but you'll reduce your risk of one of those tables not being the table that's paying off. And so that margin, so I can reduce my risk without reducing my return by knowing how to diversify. 1979, 80, 81, I calculated that American banks had lent a lot more money to emerging countries than those countries were going to pay back. And I anticipated that there would be a debt crisis, and with that, an economic crisis. So that was my thinking. In August 1982, Mexico defaulted on its debt, and a number of countries followed. And so because I said that, I got a lot of attention about that. And I thought that was going to be producing a bear market in stocks. And I could not have been more wrong. August 1982 was the exact bottom of the stock market. And I was wrong. And as a result of that, let's take my 8 employees, I had to let them go. I lost money for myself. I lost money and I had to borrow $4,000 from my dad. It was one of the most painful experiences, but it was one of the best experiences that ever happened to me in my life, because it changed my perspective about decision making. It gave me the humility that I needed and fear of being wrong in my decisions, while I was able to maintain my aggressiveness. So it changed my whole approach to decision making.
Number one, it's real. It's possible, no matter what you hear or see, or any level of success is real. Second thing I would tell young people is don't focus on sports and entertainment. Focus on business. My career will outlast every baseball player, basketball player, rapper, and performer. I can go until I'm 99 years old. I don't need any special talent. The next thing I would tell people is, look, invest in yourself. Don't just invest in yourself to go to college. There's so many better investments in education. Like, I wouldn't go to college again personally. I would invest in myself. Every day I spend an hour to 2 hours studying super successful people on YouTube.